Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with Evening News. The headlines. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton inaugurates a bridge over Doyang River. Supreme Court today refused to postpone the National Eligibility-cum-Entrance test. Department of School Education says it is trying to bring transparency in disbursement of salary. And Rengma Students' Union celebrates its Platinum Jubilee. Now the news in detail. Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton today inaugurated a bridge over Doyang River connecting Shena Old Village in Zunapuru District and N. Longidang Village in Wokat District. Patton said that a new connectivity will cut the distance and ease the burden of the people since the road leads up to Kifre District. He urged the citizens, particularly the adjoining villages, to utilize it for economic activities. Patton further congratulated the contractor for the speedy completion and thanked the people of Shena Old and N. Longidang villages for extending logistic supports to the contractor and the department for timely completion. Advisor for Roads and Bridges, H. Chubachang, urged the people of both sides to help each other in times of need and use the government property with care as their own. Earlier in the morning, the Deputy Chief Minister also inaugurated a village gate in N. Longidang village in the presence of district administration officials, district police officials, and various other organizations. The Supreme Court today refused to postpone the National Eligibility-cum-Entrance test for postgraduate 2022 examination. The apex court said the delay would cause unavailability of doctors and seriously affect patient care in the country. While dismissing a plea from a group of doctors seeking postponement of the examination, a bench comprising Justices D.Y. Chandrachud and Surya Kant ruled the postponement would create chaos and uncertainty and would also affect the larger section of students who have registered for the examination. Stating that a time schedule laid down by the apex court must be adhered to, the bench observed that the government is trying to bring examination schedule back on track as it was affected by the pandemic. The Department of School Education said that it is trying to bring transparency in disbursement of salary and establish a system where all funds can be monitored properly. Principal Director of School Education, Shanavas C., in a press release stated that the system is in its initial stage and has requested all its employees to bear with the delay. He said that with the introduction of Personal Information Management System or ePay system, the Directorate has been updating the required information to the Department of Personnel and Administrative Reforms database. He said the delay is compounded by the poor network connectivity in districts like Kifre, Tuensang and Mon, where the process of uploading details in the portal takes time. Shanavas said the department is working overtime in coordination with the concerned departments and that technical glitches are being resolved and salary is being released on fast-track mode. Rengma Students' Union RSU is celebrating its Platinum Jubilee come for the first general conference at RSA Ground Zeminu, which began from yesterday and will conclude on May the 14th. Addressing the students, Chief Information Commissioner Nagaland, I. Mei Onen, said Nagas are very serious about Jubilee, be it church, students, or any other organizations. Jamir therefore called on the students to convert the celebration into a time of introspection, a reality check, and address those issues that are confronting the community today by assessing the situation and find solutions for tomorrow. He said a state will have a defective education system if education received from schools and colleges are meant for a government job only. He also lamented that the students in the state have acquired only book knowledge and were never taught on life skills, disabling the students to go anywhere after graduation. Jamir also said the state government, instead of creating more jobs and employment opportunities, will phase out many unwanted posts in order to cut down expenditures on salaries and pension. He further suggested the RSU to conduct career counseling at the level of Class 9 and 10. Delivering the keynote address on the theme Beyond Mediocrity, Reviving Virtues, Unleashing Creativity, Youth Secretary Council of Rengma Baptist Churches, Jonathan Messen said, if one wants to progress and move beyond mediocrity, one need to revive virtues. Yet in all this process, education is crucial. He also said when one commits to reviving Christian virtues, it will guide creative minds towards innovation and inventions. Messen added that such a society will not only unleash creativity, but it will refine the minds of its citizens to foster and appreciate creativity. Earlier, the Chief Information Commissioner unveiled the Jubilee monolith at RSU office, Zeminu Town. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. A Memorandum of Understanding MOU was signed between Captain Late Nikesako Kenguruse, MVC, Center of Excellence and Welfare, Axis Bank, and National Integrity and Education Development Organization, NEET, at Kohima today. Under the MOU, 30 children, both boys and girls, from economically weaker sections will be selected from Nagaland and provide free residential coaching to prepare the students for entry to medical and engineering colleges. This will be a fully sponsored annual program which will give a platform for talented and deserving students from the rural, semi-rural, and non-urban areas to avail requisite coaching and grooming for clearing mainstream competitive exams. Speaking on the occasion, Minister for Tribal Affairs and Education, Temchen Imna Along, termed the occasion as a red letter day. He said late Captain Kenguruse was an epitome of nationalism, bravery, and a true Naga. He lauded the Assam Rifles for their constant efforts in providing humanitarian services to the villagers, elderly, and underprivileged. The minister also expressed appreciation to the Axis Bank and NEET for their venture into the state's educational development. Along urged the students not to depend on the government for job, but to be self-sustaining and let their merits be their strength. The minister further asked the young generation to recognize their potentials, enhance their skills, and contribute to the nation building. The Income Tax Department Northeast Region organized an outreach program, Northeast Converse with Taxpayers, as part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav in Kohima today. The program was aimed to sensitize various sections of the society, such as taxpayers, local entrepreneurs, societies, trusts, students, and account employees like DDOs on tax assessments and penalty schemes, tax deductions and exemptions. Additional Commissioner of Income Tax, Dibruka Station, Dimapur, Imli Merin Jami presented an introduction to income tax and faceless scheme. Income Tax Officer Guwahati Momi Das talked on exemptions of income tax, while Income Tax Inspector Dimapur Alfred Rolno presented a topic on tax deduction at source TETS. The program was attended by various departments. Deputy Commissioner Dimapur Rajesh Sundararajan has cautioned against random earth-cutting works, constructions, and stocking up construction materials along the reserved area of right-of-way of Dimapur-Kohima 4-lane National Highway 29 without prior consent of concerned authorities. Sundararajan in a notice stated that these activities are causing both obstruction and damage to the national highway, drainage, waterways, and median curb. The Deputy Commissioner further directed all concerned parties to remove such obstruction caused to the public road and said any person, group, or organization engaging in any activities which are likely to cause damage to the reserved right-of-way of the national highway, drainages, curbs, shall be liable to be prosecuted as per the relevant provisions of law. And now to end the news, here are the main points again. Deputy Chief Minister Patton inaugurates a bridge over Doyang River. Supreme Court today refused to postpone the National Eligibility-cum-Entrance test. Department of School Education says it is trying to bring transparency in disbursement of salary. And Rengma Students' Union celebrates its Platinum Jubilee. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.